we see the calculated field. This is one of the most important thing in the pivot table. Calculated field. First, understand what is the mean by the calculated field. So the mean of the calculated field is that the field which does not exist into your source data set, but you want to create through the some formulas. For example, suppose you have summarized this report. Okay, you have created this report where you have summarized that which agent has done what kind of a total sales. That is fine. Now I given you the certain condition. I say, okay, do one thing, create a field with the name as a tax, and your tax will be the 14% of total sales. Create the GST field, which will be the 18% of your total sales. And the third one, you have to create the bonus field, and your bonus will be if the sales is greater than 921799, then give 10% bonus, else no bonus. Okay, this one. So this is something I just need to achieve it. I just need to create these fields. Okay, these three fields I just need to create it. So now just tell me these three fields which I just need to create it over here. So for these three fields, do we have these three fields into my data set? Tax, GST and bonus.
No.
No, right? But this is something I just need to create it. Now, for example, suppose I said the tax 14%. Okay, so what you will do? You will say, okay, 14% and okay, you will drag till here. But now suppose in the future, if the more agents are added into your data set or the some agents are removed, it means today you have the record from row number 4 to row number 13. Tomorrow it can increase or it can decrease also. So every time you have to adjust this formula or not, this formula range which you have put manually in column C. Like for example, now I have the only 3 or 4 customer here. So you will delete this one, right? If again suppose it came to till row number 13 or the 14, you will drag this formula again. So every time you have to adjust this column C on the basis of your pivot table or not, if you're
Right.
putting like this, right?
Yes, sir.
So don't perform like this. Don't do like this. Okay. We will create a calculated field which will automatically adjust on the basis of your pivot table. Okay. So let's see how we create the calculated field. So first of all, the mean of the calculated field is the field which does not exist into your source data set, but you want to create that through the formula or the calculation. So you have to select your pivot table, then go into pivot table, analyze, and you can see the field items and sets, and you click on this one and you can see calculated field. Once you click on this, you will see this insert calculated field wizard. Now it is asking to you whatever the field name you want to keep it, keep that. So I want to keep that tax. Here I need to put the formula. So for the tax, what is the formula? The total amount is multiplied by the 14%. So here, first of all, in formula, you can't select the cell. If you try to select, you can see it will not select. So you have to select the field from here. So you can select this amount and insert. Okay. Or you can also double click on the field. If I do the double click on amount, automatically it will come. Okay. Is multiplied by 14%. And as I clicked on OK, see, the tax field is created, right? Similarly, I will go with this calculated field and I say GST. And GST will be what? GST will be amount is multiplied by 18%. And okay, see, GST is here. And third, bonus I need to create. So for the bonus, just tell me the condition which I have given to you. You will be able to create the bonus directly, or you will put the some logic. How you will do that?
The user formula.
Very good. You have to use the if formula. So here I can use the if, that if amount is greater than 921799, then I need the 10% bonus of this amount, else 0, right? And once I just clicked on OK, so see, bonus is created. So if any of the sales amount which is greater than 921799, I am getting the 10% bonus of the sales amount. For the rest, it is showing as a 0. This one, right? So now these fields are the part of my pivot table. If I show you the field list, so these three fields, tax, GST, and bonus, you can see this tax, GST, and bonus is added into your pivot table now, right? This one. So these will adjust automatically. If in case you add a new agent or you delete the agent and refresh the pivot table, automatically it will adjust. Okay, this one. Now, these fields which are added over here, the tax, GST, and bonus, these fields you will not be able to see into your data. In your data, it will be the original one. Okay, but the calculated field will reflect into the pivot table fields. Okay, always remember, whenever someone is sharing the reporting with you, and if there is a pivot table, okay, always remember you should have the capability of to understand the pivot table. So whatever the fields that person has read, that is completely fine, but firstly you have to analyze the pivot table. So what you should analyze, for example, suppose if I have received this pivot table, so what will be my point of view to understand this pivot table, to analyze this pivot table? Firstly, I will look into this. What is the data source of the pivot table? It means from where the data is flowing into this pivot table. So for that, I will select this pivot table. I will go into pivot table analyze. I will click on this change data source. And as I clicked on this, I can see the data into the pivot table is coming from this data tab. This is the first step. Second step, I will see what are the fields has been used in the pivot table. So I can see whatever the fields are checked has been used in the pivot table. So I can see whatever the fields are checked over here, like this agent, amount, tax, GST, and bonus, right? So I can see these are the fields here. But if I see in my source data set, I am not able to see the tax, GST, and bonus. So easily, I will understand immediately the field which are reflecting into the pivot table fields, but not reflecting into your original data set. It means those fields are calculated field. Simple. I am able to see the tax, GST, and bonus into the pivot table field list, but these I am not able to see in my original data set. It means these fields are the calculated field. So I identified tax, GST, and bonus are my calculated field. My next step will be I will look that what are the formula has been implemented behind this. So to see the formula, I will go into the pivot table, analyze field items, calculated field. And here in the drop down, if you click on this, you will see all the calculated field list in the drop down. Okay, all the calculated field will be listed here. If I select the tax, I can see the tax formula, amount multiplied by 14%. If I select GST, I can see the GST formula, amount multiplied by 18%. If I select bonus, I can see this if condition the bonus formula, right? And I can change it from here and modify this. Now, might be the question can come into your mind that as of now we have a small data, so easily you have recognized that tax, GST, and bonus are my calculated field. But what will happen in that kind of a scenario if we have a large data set where we have suppose the 100 columns? So if we have suppose the 100 columns, so I will not be able to easily recognize to go one by one that this is the calculated field or what. Because as of now, I have a small data set. So I identified the tax, GST, and bonus is not here. So those are my calculated field. But what will happen if we will have the suppose the 50 column data or the 60 column data or the 100 column data or the 100 plus? So in that case, one by one, I will not go. So in that case, what we will do is we have a one trick through which I can pull all the calculated field information in the separate tab. So go into pivot table, analyze field item sets, and here you have a list formulas. Once you click on this list formulas, so before that, the one tab will be added over here where you will see all the list formulas, all the calculated fields actually. So as soon I click on list formula, so see the sheet 8 is added. And in this, if you see, it is showing you the calculated field where you can see this one. You have created the tax, GST, and bonus, and these are the formula you have implemented. Right? So this through the list formulas, you can pull the information of the calculated field in a separate tab. So where you can get all these details over here. Okay, you can get all the details here. Is this clear? The calculated field. Okay. So just create this one, everyone, the grouping part and the calculated field. Just complete this at your end, please. And see, you are getting the same result or not. Condition is written over here. Just perform this and do let me know.
In a decimal separation, not with data pivots. So we have a decimal separations like not in the Indian format. Like if you see it 684,000. Normally in my laptop is showing as a 684,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like the how to just change that one is, do you have any idea?
Yeah, so from here you can change this one.
Correct. I can coming to the decimal separations from here, but the separation is coming to me in my laptop like a 68 lakhs 49,000. After 68, I'm seeing the comma in a row number 14.
Okay, okay. So after 68, you are getting the comma, right?
I wanted to see in after 6 how it will be.
So here you can see if you just go into this more number format, so
Okay.
you can see this one in
Accounting.
the accounting. Here, if you are getting this one, if I have simply changed this one by clicking on this comma,
Okay.
okay, then you will be able to see this one.
Okay, let me see. On accounting, I should go. Still, I'm seeing that one only. Yeah, I'm seeing 68 lakh 40.
So 60, okay, so you are getting the 68, this one.
After 68, I'm getting the comma,
Okay, so
not after 6.
okay, so you have clicked on this comma style.
Yes, yes, I clicked on the comma style also.
Okay,
Everything is
okay.
done.
In the more number format,
That also I tried it. Number also I tried it. Accounting tried it. Custom also I tried it.
then here in the currency, okay,
Okay.
you can see
Currency.
the default whatever is created into your system, that is something you can see. Use the 100 separator, it is checked or not.
Okay.
Okay. So some setting, because of the some setting, probably you were just getting that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 100 separator also, 1000 separator also selected, but it's showing 1000 separator. Yeah, 1000 separator is still selected only.
So still it is showing that one only.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Can I share my screen if you want to see?
So that is basically the somewhere the system formatting is the
System
issue.
formatting.
Huh.
Okay. You can see the number showing still 68, and if I go to accounting also showing
Mhm.
this one only.
So this is basically because of this one only. So don't worry about this is the number format, the
Okay.
default.
So
You
I
can
wanted to see not Indian number format. I want to
no.
see it in a US, UK.
Basically, you can see. Okay, just click on the above one in the Varun Kumar amount.
Huh.
Okay. Just give me the control. Okay.
Okay.
1 second.
How can I?
Just approve the control.
We need
So
to
in your
make a
system, the default is created. Okay.
default is created. So how to change that default?
So here, if you just convert this into the general format, okay. So it will come like this. And now if I just click on this comma,
From files we have to do it. File.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, 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 not from the files. Here, let me 1 second,
Yeah.
Underscore. Second, let me check underscore asterisk.
So when presenting to my client, they wanted to see it in a US formats actually. That is
Uh-huh,
also becoming an issue.
uh-huh.
They'll get confused each and every time with the
No,
values.
no, that is something we can also customize it. That number format I
Mm-hmm.
have not covered as of now. That
Okay.
we can also change this one.
Uh-huh.
But it is basically in the version, basically the default is created that one in the MS Office. So because
Okay.
of that, you are just getting that one.
Got it. Got it.
Do we
Otherwise,
need to change in dollar format or something, or like what? What are
no,
you
no, no,
trying to
no,
change?
no, no. He just want to change like in my system. Na, after the 6, the comma is coming, but in his
Mhm.
system, after the 68, the comma is coming. Can you see?
The separation.
Separation.
Okay,
1000
okay.
separator.
Okay,
I
1,000
think
separate.
I think it's a English US. If you select, it may change region from
Uh,
region. It's
Okay.
English India.
So
That's why.
so that's a system format issue actually.
okay.
So system date format when you just go for na, so according to that it will just change that one.
Yeah, I will cross check it
Because of
then.
that one only, nothing else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. Thanks, Adam. I'll change it and see. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so everyone has created this one calculated field. Anyone who is pending with this calculated field?
I'm pending, just I'll complete it. No worries.
Okay. Now we have this slicer. Okay. So slicer is what? Slicer is first of all one of the most important thing in the terms of the dashboard part. Okay. So slicer is nothing but a filter. So like for an example, suppose if I have just created the agent wise sales here. Okay. So in the earlier version, what was happening? For example, suppose the agent wise sales you have created, which is absolutely fine. But now if I say, okay, can you please give me the functionality that whatever the branch I select, so according to that, it should get changed, it should get filter. So earlier what we were doing in the older version, we were putting that field into the filters, and from here user can select it. Like if I select central and click OK, I can see the pivot table filter for the central. If I select the North County, okay, it changed for the North County. Can you see the numbers is getting changed or not? See, right? And if you want to select the multiple, so just check that box, select multiple. So if I select the west side and north, west side and central, so it will show me the west side and central consolidated data. But now in the new version, they have just given the slicer, which is basically the filter. So we do not use these filters as of now. What we do, we select that pivot table and pivot table analyze, and here you can see insert slicer. Click on that and you will see all the fields which you have into your pivot table. And now if I select the branch and click on OK, I can see this is the slicer. You can see the slicer is here now. If I click on this, look, pivot is getting changed or not, right? This one, right? And if you want to select the multiple multiple values like central and west side, so you have this option multi select. Click on this, and now if I click central and west side, you can see this one, right? You can deselect this multiple options also. Okay, this one. So the slicer is going to get the filter on this. Okay. And you can put the multiple slicers. It's not about that one slicer. Like here, suppose if I just go into this pivot table analyze, insert slicer, and I select the date also. So you can see the date wise filter slicer. So now in this date wise slicer, you have a more date, more line items. So you can see you have to scroll it down. So what is the best way? You can see here the column. If you select that slicer, and so under this slicer, you can select this column. So just change this column, as this is in the one column, I change this to the three. So if I change this to the three, so you can see in the three column, it will reflect. Now you can see. So it will look like a calendar. You can adjust in three column, four column as per your number of line items. Okay. Now if I change, click on this, so you can see my pivot table is getting filtered out. Okay. So I have created this slicer and I can rename this also, like the date is coming. I want to show here like the calendar. So I can select the slicer, go into the slicer, and here caption I can change like calendar. Okay, like this. So you can see the calendar is coming. Okay, so in this way, this pivot table will work and the slicer will work.
And can we convert these calendar slices into quarters, like? Because we
Ha,
are seeing this multiple January, February, March.
ha. If you just want to go for this quarter wise, then you do not need to use this directly the date. So for that one, you have to go for the insert timeline. Clicked on that insert timeline. Can you see only the date field is coming, right?
Yes.
Select
Okay.
that one, and in this case you can see you want to show in the month, quarter, or what. If I select the quarter, can you see the quarter wise,
Yep.
this one?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's a
if I just
time
select
lapse.
quarter one, you can see
Mm.
2, 3, and 4 like this. Okay.
Got
This one. Now if I just create the multiple pivots here. Okay, for example, using this, I say all DP, then next, then next, and I say in the existing, and here I just want to create a pivot. Now, for example, here I just want to show the account wise sales. Okay, this is one pivot. Now, suppose I'm copying this, Control C, Control V, and here I'm using the open by this one, and then I'm creating one more pivot here, and in this I will use the customer. Okay, so I have overall the 4 pivots in my page. Okay, I have overall 4 pivots. Now if I'm just clicking on this central, this one, the branch wise slicer, or in the calendar wise slicer, my all pivots are getting filtered, or only my first pivot is getting filtered? Tell me. First one, right? So if your slicer is not impacting on the other pivot, it means there is no connection between the slicer and that pivot table. So you have to create that one. So what you will do on the slicer, do the right click, go into report connection, and can you see all other pivots which are existing and which are unchecked? Can you see the checkbox?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to check that box and click OK. And similarly for the calendar, report connection and check that box. And now if I'm just clicking on this, tell me, all my pivots are getting filtered now?
Yes. Yes.
This
Yes.
one. Okay, this. So in this way, you can just perform this one. So this is the slicer which you can provide to the user, and user can use to get the analysis on the summarized data set and can filter the pivot table. Okay. Now your slicer, user can drag it anywhere like this, user can adjust like this. Okay, user can drag it like this, but if you want to keep it fixed, that user should not be able to drag it anywhere, so you can lock it. So what you will do the right click on the slicer, go into this size and properties, and in the size and properties, under this position and layout, you have this option disable resize and moving. Just check that. Same calendar, disable resizing. So now if you see, if I'm just selecting this slicer, am I getting that rounded corners rectangle to move that or expand that? See, it is not moving anywhere. It is completely fixed. Earlier we were getting that, right? Correct. So this is fixed. So when you are just creating the reporting, so you also needs to be take care of this one. The slicer which you are giving to the user, that is perfectly fine, but you have to keep in that place and just go for this disable resize and moving. So no one should be able to move your slicer from that place.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a branch, we have three right now. After
Sorry,
that, when we are creating slicer, we got four. This automatically update or we need to create another one.
slicer, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. For example, suppose if I add one more branch here, okay. For example, the branch if I have just taken, and here we have this month also here, and we have this branch. Now, if I'll just add a branch here, okay. For example, if I just change this to central to, for example, I say Pune branch, okay. And now if I just change this pivot table, if I just do the refresh, so can you see Pune is also added or not in the slicer? See, that is added now. Tell me.
Yes, 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 sir.
right? So automatically it will add. Once you refresh the pivot, it will reflect that.
Mm.
Okay.